Hello my dear children, welcome to my channel Sudhir Chemistry. Today we are going to discuss about potassium permanganate and K2Cr27, that is from the D and F block element. And as we know beta, in D and F block mein, the first part we are going to discuss. This is about beta D and F block element. And in this D and F block element, the first part which one we are going to cover today, that one is K2Cr2O7. And this K2Cr2O7 will be called as a potassium dichromate. But everything line to line and all the part I am going to discuss from the NCERT level. But here the first point is that potassium dichromate will be called as a, or this K2Cr2O7, it will act as oxidizing agent. How we know it acts as an oxidizing agent? Let me explain you by putting one example here. But example is that, do you know K2Cr2O7 mein what is the oxidation number of chromium? But we can find out 2 potassium is there. Oxidation number of potassium is +1 plus 2 chromium, so let it be 2x, plus oxygen is 7 whose oxidation number -2 equal to 0. And by solving here, 2 plus 2x minus 14 equal to 0, minus 12 become plus 12 by 2 plus 6. So x is equal to plus 6. Means in this case, chromium oxidation number is plus 6. But as we know beta, chromium belongs to 6th vertical column in the periodic table. Means if you solve the periodic table beta, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper and zinc. Beta, you can see here our scandium belongs to 3rd vertical column, titanium 4th, vanadium 5th, chromium 6th and manganese is 7th. As the chromium belongs to 6th vertical column, means chromium is at its highest oxidation state. But as the chromium is at the highest oxidation state, that means oxidation number of chromium cannot go more than that. So it is at the highest oxidation state, means beta we can say that +6 cannot undergo +7, but +6 can undergo +5, +6 can undergo +4, +6 can undergo +3, 2 and 1. So as we know beta, as the chromium is highest oxidation state, +6 can undergo +5, +4, that means they can undergo reduction, and as it can undergoes reduction, so I can say that will act as oxidizing agent. So please beta, this is a very important term. You have to remember that potassium dichromate act as oxidizing agent. Why it act as oxidizing agent? Because in potassium dichromate, chromium is at its maximum oxidation state. But as it is at maximum oxidation state, its oxidation number can decrease instead of increasing. And wherever decrease in oxidation number is there, that can undergo reduction and that can act as a what? Oxidizing agent. So this is the first point we have discussed about dichromate. Second point beta, most of the time in mains and mid level we are getting the question, what is the equivalent weight of K2Cr2O7? So you should say beta, molecular weight of K2Cr2O7 by change in the oxidation number, that is 6. And you know this change in the oxidation number beta, it can be seen only in the acidic medium. Let me explain you this point also. But instead of writing potassium dichromate, I will write the dichromate ion. But it is in acidic medium, so H+. It will be converted into chromium +3. Just remember, dichromate ion converted into chromium ion in the medium called as an acidic medium. But in dichromate ion, oxidation number of chromium, you can check it, +6. And in chromium ion, oxidation number of chromium is +3. That means with a +6 to +3, decrease in oxidation number by 3 units. But this decrease in oxidation number by 3 units, it is only for 1 chromium. But we are having 2 chromium, so it should be multiplied with 2. So decrease in oxidation number is 6 units. So molecular weight by 6 is the equivalent weight of potassium dichromate. The first point what we have seen beta, K2Cr2O7 act as an oxidizing agent because its oxidation number is at highest or maximum oxidation number, so it can undergo reduction. As it can undergo reduction, that will act as an oxidizing agent. Second point, equivalent weight of potassium per magnet is equal to molecular weight by 6. How? Because molecular weight by change in oxidation number. We can see beta, this is the half reaction I have written called as a redox reaction beta, not a redox. It is a plus 6 to plus 3, that is a reduction reaction. So in this one, dichromate ion converted into chromium ion, change in the oxidation number from plus 6 to plus 3. That means oxidation number decreases by 3 units only for 1 chromium, but we are having 2 chromium, multiply with a 2, decreases by 6 units. So molecular weight by 6 is the equivalent weight of potassium dichromate. But the third important point here we are going to discuss that K2Cr2O7 beta, as it acts as an oxidizing agent, means we can say one more point, sir, K2Cr2O7 act as an oxidizing agent, means it oxidizes the following. But a very important question, K2Cr2O7 oxidizes the following. What is the following beta? Yes, beta, it can oxidizes ferrous to ferric. Right, sir, it can oxidizes ferrous to ferric. Beta, we can say, sir, it can oxidizes stannous, Sn plus 2 means what as a stannous, to Sn plus 4, what as a stannic. Beta, it can oxidizes hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Yes, beta, check it. Plus 2 to plus 3 oxidation. Plus 2 to plus 4 oxidation. In H2S में sulfur oxidation number beta -2. It is in coming as S8 form, oxidation number become 0. -2 to 0 beta, increase in oxidation number means oxidation. It oxidizes, most important beta, it oxidizes ferrous to ferric, stannous to stannic, hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. One more, sir, it oxidizes iodide ion to iodine. See beta, 4 I wrote here. It oxidizes ferrous to ferric. Beta, OUS, right? This is called as a what? Ferrous. And this is become what beta? Ferric. This is a what? Stannous. To what beta? Stannic. It oxidizes beta what? Hydrogen sulfide to sulfur. Beta, even it oxidizes what? Iodide ion to iodine. These are the 4 part was given in the NCERT. But some additionals are there beta, I want to give that one also for you. Just a minute. You can take a screenshot of this one. Additional part I will give for you. It can oxidizes the following. For example, I will write. Now see here. But as it oxidizes ferrous to ferric, stannous to stannic, hydrogen sulfide to sulfur, iodide to iodine, till here it is over. But one more I am going to write, 5th one I am going to write. Sir, it oxidizes chloride to, we can say, if it is in the term of chloride beta, iodide to iodine means what you should say? Sir, it oxidizes chloride to chlorine. Same way, but it also has a tendency to oxidizes what? NO2 minus to NO3 minus. But you can check it. In NO2 minus में nitrogen oxidation state is what? Oxygen beta -2 into 2 -4. It become +4. +4 -1 become what beta? +3. Here what beta? It become +5. +3 to +5 increases. Means oxidation number increases. Means K2Cr2O7 can oxidizes NO2 minus to NO3 minus. At the same time, it also has a tendency to oxidize beta oxalate ion. You know C2O4 2 minus ion, that will be called as a what? Oxalate ion. And it oxidizes beta oxalate ion to carbon dioxide. In oxalate carbon oxidation number and in CO2 carbon. Beta in oxalate में carbon oxidation number +3 and here carbon dioxide में carbon oxidation number become +4. So K2Cr2O7 can oxidizes oxalate ion to carbon dioxide. But not only this one, even it also has a tendency to oxidize what? Sulfur dioxide to sulfate. Obviously beta, in SO2 में sulfur oxidation number is +4 and in sulfate में sulfur become +6. So it oxidizes SO2 to SO4. Even it also has a tendency to oxidizes what we can say H2O3 2 minus ion. Right, beta? Actually H2O3 2 minus ion converted into what? SO4 2 minus ion. Beta, in H2O3 2 minus ion, oxidation number of sulfur you find out. 3 into 2 6 minus 6 become +6 minus 2 +4 +4 by 2 +2. Sulfur become +2 and sulfate become +6. So +2 to +6 increase in oxidation number means undergoes oxidation. So these are the additions I have given. First, second, third, fourth. This is there in NCERT, and these remaining 5 I have given additionally. Means dichromate ion can oxidizes ferrous to ferric, stannous to stannic, sulfide to sulfur, iodide to iodine, chloride to chlorine, nitrate to nitrate. This nitrite to nitrate, oxalate to carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide to sulfate, and Na to H2O3 called as a, that is sodium thiosulfate, means thiosulfate ion to beta sulfate ion. So this dichromate ion has a tendency to oxidize all these ions. Now question is that beta, as we oxidizes all these ions, now how to balance it? That part we will see here. Actually, dichromate importance is oxidizing agent, equivalent rate is molecular weight by 6, and this is a half reaction I have seen, and I have given beta this can oxidizes all these 9 reactions. But other than this 9 reaction, I want to teach you how to balance the reaction. That part is important here, because mostly in exam, IIT mains and NEET mein beta, sometimes they are asking us to balance the following reactions and all. They can ask even beta the stoichiometric coefficient of it. So now I am going to teach you beta balancing redox reaction part. Let us say they will ask you, the statement is given in this way beta, कि dichromate ion K2Cr2O7 dichromate ion, sir, it can oxidizes beta anything you can take, ferrous to ferric, stannous to stannic, hydrogen sulfide to sulfur, iodide to iodine. I will take beta dichromate ion oxidizes iodide ion to iodine in acidic medium. How to balance it? To understand that one, just you do one thing beta. First you write on half reaction of dichromate. Sir, dichromate ion in acidic medium converted into chromium ion. Beta, half reaction of this one also you write down. What is that beta? Iodide ion converted into iodine in the acidic medium. Now question you can see beta here. This is -1 to 0, means we can say, sir, this is the oxidation half reaction. And here beta chromium, it is a +6 to +3. This should be a reduction half reaction. But first part is a oxidation half reaction and second part is a reduction half reaction. How to do? Just you balance it. Chromium to chromium 2. Oxygen is 7, so add the 7 water molecule. Now you can see on this side we are having 7 oxygen. Here also 7 oxygen. But a hydrogen you count here. 14 hydrogen we have. And we don't have any hydrogen here, so better you write down 14 H plus ion, because it is in the acidic medium. Already they mentioned here. So now balance the charges better. See, 2 chromium, 7 oxygen, hydrogen 14. Charges, balance the charges. Plus 14 here, minus 2 here means plus 12. But we are having arrow is equal to 3 into 2 6 become plus 6. Now you tell me beta, here I am having plus 12 plus 6. If you do this one, I will tell you a small trick here. 12 and 6 mein beta greater number is 12 and difference of these two is what? 6. So with this greater number, write down the difference of these two. Difference of these two is 6. So negative of difference of number equal to plus 6. So beta I am getting here as a plus 6 equal to plus 6. See beta charges was balanced. How? By adding these 6 electron on which side? On the reactant side. So what I will do beta now? I will write here Cr2O7 2 minus plus 14H plus minus 6 can be written as plus 6 electron and it gives rise to 2 chromium plus 3 plus 7 H2O. Now once again check the balance the charges beta. minus 6 minus 2 become minus 8 plus 14. Beta minus 8 plus 14 it become what? Plus 6. And here also we are having plus 6. Our charges was balanced. Beta I know still you are having the doubt. Once again I will tell you how to balance the charges. Just see it. Minus 2 and coefficient is 1. So write down beta minus 2. Plus 1 coefficient is 14. So plus 14. Arrow means equal to plus 3 into 2 plus 6. Remaining is 0. Minus 2 plus 14 become plus 12 equal to plus 6. Now trick will work out here. What is the trick? See here. Among these 12 and 6, what is the difference between 12 and 6? So 6. Difference of 12 and 6 is what beta? 6. So that difference number you have to add on the bigger number or larger number. Among the 12 and 6, larger number is 12 beta, and difference of this is 6 with negative charge odd on that side. Now this is plus 6. Plus 12 minus 6 becomes plus 6 equal to plus 6. Our charges was balanced. How it was balanced? By adding these 6 electron on the reactant side. But adding means still we wrote the minus charge kada. So this minus charge should be written in this way. See here, dichromate ion Cr2O7 2 minus ion 14H plus ion. But as minus 6 can be written as plus 6 electron. Then it gives 2 chromium plus 3 plus 7 H2O. Is it clear beta? This is the first part we balance, that is in the acidic medium. Come for the other part here. Beta iodide is 1, I2 is there. Make it 2 iodine, 2 iodine. Oxygen not there, leave it. Hydrogen not there, leave it. Charges minus 2 is here, then put the plus 2 electron here. So say beta, this is the equation 1 and this one is the equation 2. Add equation 1 and 2. But rule is there. Before going to add any half reaction, in both the reaction number of electrons should be same, equal. Here we are having 6, here we are having 2. Sir, multiply with the 3 and add on these equation. So as we are multiplying with the 3, what I will get beta? 3 2s are 6 iodide. Then I am getting 3 I2. Then I am getting 6 electron. But these one and these one just you add it. So I will write under this one this point. What is that? 6 iodide ion. It gives rise to 3 I2 plus 6 electron. You can see beta 6 electron get cancelled. Now last one I am getting the final or balance or the net reaction. What is that? Dichromate ion Cr2O7 2 minus plus 14H plus this one. Then beta here plus 6 iodide ion. It gives rise to 2 chromium plus 3. Then beta 7 H2O. Then 3 I2. You can see beta here. Our reaction was balanced or not. How to check it? Just you can see number of charges should be equal on either side. Minus 6 minus 2 minus 8. Beta minus 8 plus 14 becomes plus 6. And here also I am having plus 6. If the charges are balanced, our reaction was balanced. So this is the first part which one we did beta here. Dichromate ion can oxidize iodide ion to iodine in the acidic medium. In the same way, we can balance beta. Dichromate ion can oxidize sulfide to sulfur. It can oxidize oxalate ion to carbon dioxide. But we'll try one more for oxalate to carbon dioxide also. Right? Till that time, just you take a screenshot of this one. But the second part I will tell you now. Dichromate ion Cr2O7 2 minus ion. Dichromate ion. But it oxidizes C2O4 2 minus ion, that is the oxalate ion, into carbon dioxide. And you know but still it is working only on the acidic medium. We won't get any basic medium here. Means what I should say first, half reaction for dichromate. What is that? Cr2O7 2 minus converted into 2Cr plus 3. But our oxalate के लिए what is C2O4 2 minus ion converted into carbon dioxide. But our 2 chromium, 7 oxygen. So I should add the 7 water molecule because oxygen 7, hydrogen 14. I'll put here at the bit of 14 H plus ion. Charges plus 14 minus 2. हाँ बेटा plus 14 minus 2 plus 12. Here बेटा plus 6. So two charges, balance the charges. I should add plus of 6 electron because all these things just now we did beta here. Now second part in this case, man. What is the second part beta in this case? You can see here. कि carbon 2, make it carbon 2. Oxygen 4, already 4. Hydrogen not there, right? Charges minus 2, add 2 electron here. This is your equation 1 beta. This is your equation 2. Before going to add both the equation, what we have to see? Number of electrons in both the half reactions should be same or equal. Here how many? 6. Here how many? 2. Multiply with 3. Multiply with 3 means 3 oxalate ion. But are converted into 3 2s are 6 carbon dioxide. 3 2s are 6 electron. And this you have to add it. So I will put this one under here. What I will get beta? 3 moles of oxalate ion converted into 6 moles of carbon dioxide plus 6 electron. Now 6 electron get cancelled. Thus add beta net equation. Cr2O7 2 minus plus 14H plus. Now come for here 3 moles of oxalate ion. Beta it will be converted into 2 moles of chromium plus 3 plus of 7H2O plus of 6CO2. But our equation was balanced or not, how to check it? See the number of charges on either side should be equal. Here 3 2s are 6 minus 6 plus 14. Here beta minus 2 minus 6 minus 2 minus 8 plus 14 plus 6, and here also we are having plus 6. So plus 6 and plus 6 on both the sides we are having same charges. That means our reaction was balanced. But sometime in IIT mains, even in the NEET question, how they will get beta? What is the number of moles of the dichromate ion will require to oxidize 3 moles of the oxalate ion in acidic medium? You can see beta, only 1 mole of dichromate ion will require. See, only 1 mole of dichromate ion will require to oxidize 3 moles of oxalate ion in the acidic medium. And all these things, coefficients and all we are able to see after balancing the equation. Is it clear? Please take a screenshot of this one. But in this one, the method of preparation of potassium dichromate in our NCERT they give that we are able to prepare it only from CHROMITE ore, called as a beta chromite ore. But what is a chromite ore and what is the formula of chromite ore? Let me explain you beta. Chromite ore and formula of chromite ore is, chromite ore means we can say FeOCr2O3, or beta we can say it is a FeCr2O4. FeCr2O plus O3, it become a what beta? O4. That is a chromite ore. We can say this name of this compound should be called as a what? Chromite ore. But a chromite ore undergoes oxidation with the sodium carbonate. Oxidation of this one with the what? Sodium carbonate. But it undergoes oxidation and we are getting the color of the compound is a yellow color compound. And in exam they will ask us what is this yellow color compound. But this yellow color compound is nothing but the Na2CrO4 and it is called as a sodium chromate. Remember beta, sodium chromate means chromate ion is CrO4 2 minus and color of the chromate, this chromate ion is a yellow color. But these obtain sodium chromate which is a yellow color, it undergoes acidification. Acidification means treated with the dilute acid and it will be converted into what is that beta? Na2Cr2O7 and now it will be called as a sodium dichromate. But sodium chromate is a yellow color and sodium dichromate we got here. But these sodium dichromate, now actually it will be more soluble into the salt like a KCl. So as it is soluble with the KCl, it treated with the KCl, take it as a 2 moles of KCl beta, and now it will be converted into here, instead of Na2 we can say K2Cr2O7, and this is the orange colored compound was obtained beta, and this orange colored compound is nothing but called as a what? Potassium dichromate. Is it clear, beta? Chromite ore undergoes oxidation with sodium carbonate. It uses yellow color compound called as a sodium chromate, which on acidification forming here as a sodium dichromate. But a sodium dichromate, this sodium dichromate salt will be more soluble with the KCl, so it is treated with the KCl and it will be converted into potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate is a orange colored compound called as a, this orange colored compound was obtained called as a potassium dichromate. So it is a method of preparation of the potassium dichromate from the chromite ore, and this thing was given in our NCERT, right? But other than that, what I am going to teach you now, this is very important part here. Chromate ion, I will write it here. CrO4 2 minus ion, this will be called as a what? Chromate ion. CrO4 2 minus called as a what, beta? Chromate ion. But a chromate ion, when it undergoes acidification, converted into dichromate ion. On acidification, beta, it will be converted into dichromate ion. So I should say this is called as a dichromate ion. Chromate converted into dichromate. Is it clear, beta? Chromate converted into dichromate. Now question is that, beta, in between these two, chromate to dichromate, dichromate to chromate, it will attain some equilibrium. I will show you what is that, beta. Cr2O7 2 minus ion, dichromate ion. But on treating with the alkaline solution, it will be converted into chromate ion. But these chromate ion on treating with the acidification, directly converted into dichromate. Check it, beta. Chromate on acidification, dichromate. Chromate on acidification, dichromate. This dichromate on treated with the basic medium, chromate. See what a dichromate on treating with the basic medium, converted into chromate. Means by seeing this equilibrium, can we say, beta, here कि my dichromate ion, this is my dichromate ion, beta, and this dichromate ion will be stable only at the acidic medium. So I will say Cr2O7 2 minus, this one will be stable at acidic medium. Sir, how we know it is stable at acidic medium? Because see, beta, in the chromate ion, when you are doing the acidification or adding the acid, your chromate directly converted into dichromate. I repeat, beta, in the chromate, when we are adding the acid, our chromate will be converted into dichromate. Indicate that my dichromate ion is stable at acidic medium. In the same way, can we write, beta, chromate ion, CrO4 2 minus ion, it will be stable, sir, it will be stable only at where, beta? Basic medium. It is what, beta? It is a chromate ion. It will be stable at the basic medium. How? Beta, in dichromate, when we are adding the alkaline solution, your dichromate converted into chromate, indicate that chromate ion is stable at alkaline basic medium and dichromate ion is stable only at the acidic medium. Is it clear? But so many times we are having the question based on that part, and only these things children has to remember. Ki dichromate ion is stable at the acidic medium and chromate ion is stable only at the basic medium. It will attain the equilibrium between this one, acidic and basic. Again remember, beta, dichromate ion is stable at acidic medium. Dichromate ion is stable at acidic medium. Chromate ion stable at basic medium. Dichromate ion stable at acidic medium. Chromate ion stable at the basic medium. Right? Chalo. Take a screenshot of this one, beta. We'll see the structure also. But now we'll see the structure of the dichromate. So structure of the chromate. What is that, beta? CrO4 2 minus ion. And structure of dichromate. Structure of dichromate. What is that, beta? Cr2O7 2 minus ion. In both the structures, just see here. If we are talking about CrO4 2 minus ion, beta, central atom chromium 1, 2, 3, 4. it has a tetrahedral arrangement. And in dichromate beta also, we are having two chromium atom, and this two chromium atom is sharing this one oxygen atom, and remaining we are having a tetrahedral arrangement. Oxygen 4 beta, 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative charge 2 is there, -1, remaining double bond. So this is called as a tetrahedral structure shown by the chromate ion. But on other side we can see now, other side. What is that? We are having two oxygens are there, because it is about the Cr2O7 2 minus ion. But oxygen 7 are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Two negative charge, put one negative, remaining double bond O, double bond O, double bond O, double bond O. See beta, each chromium is having how many bond? 2, 4, 5, 6. Here also 2, 4, 5, 6. Oxidation number of chromium become +6. So these are the structures. But in exam one question was asked, but in this structure there are 6 chromium oxygen bond length are equal. Bond length are equal. But why only 6? Why not the 8? Because 6 chromium oxygen bond length are equal due to what beta? Resonance. Due to what, sir? Due to resonance. See here, pi sigma negative conjugation, pi sigma negative conjugation. So this one and this one, 3 pi sigma negative conjugation, pi sigma negative means here 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Only 6 chromium oxygen bond length will be equal due to resonance. But in this chromium to oxygen we won't get any resonance. So it does not show any equal bond length between the chromium to oxygen. But these questions so many times they ask in IIT mains, even in the NEET. In dichromate ion, how many chromium oxygen bond length are equal? So you have to say beta, one bond length is here, second is here, third one is here. 4, 5 and 6. Because they are having the conjugation. How the conjugation beta? Pi sigma negative, pi sigma negative, pi sigma negative, pi sigma and negative. But this bond length does not have any conjugation with the negative charge or with the pi bond. So this bond length does not show any equal bond length between chromium to oxygen. Right? Take a screenshot of this one. But in these chemical properties of dichromate ion, we have to see reaction of potassium dichromate with the H2O2 in the acidic medium, that is given in our NCERT. Reaction of this dichromate with the KCl in acidic medium, it is also given in the NCERT. Most important part beta, that one. And this reaction of this potassium dichromate with the cold sulfuric acid or hot sulfuric acid, that part we have to see here. The first one I am writing here. So K2Cr2O7 on reacting with the H2O2 in presence of acidic medium, obviously they should maintain some medium ether also beta, that is a ether. So what is that? Acidification of K2Cr2O7 in presence of H2O2, beta, it gives rise to a blue color compound. And do you know this blue color compound is nothing but called as a CrO5, and CrO5 is called as a what, sir? Chromic peroxide. But it's a very important question in mains level and even NEET level. But in chromium peroxide, what is the oxidation number of chromium? Anybody will say oxygen oxidation number -2, 5 into 2 -10 become +10. So chromium oxidation number become +10. But starting I told you when the class started, what is that? Chromium belongs to 6th vertical column in the periodic table. That means its oxidation number should not be more than its vertical column number, like a +6. So its oxidation number should be either 6 or less than that. So this compound is having a +10. That means wrong, because it is having a butterfly structure beta. What is that butterfly? Oxygen oxygen, one peroxy bond. Beta, here also oxygen oxygen, one more peroxy bond. Sir, double bond O, this is there. Please now see this peroxy bond में oxygen oxidation number -1, -1, -1, -1. Total how many beta? -4. And this is what? -2. Beta, -4 -2 become -6, and this chromium oxidation number become +6. Is it clear? So this is having a butterfly structure called chromic peroxide, which is a blue color compound. So how to remember? Potassium dichromate on treated with the H2O2 in acidic medium presence of ether, it gives blue color compound called as a chromic peroxide. But a second reaction I will write. This potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 on treated with the, we can say, sulfuric acid, means on treated with the salt like a KCl in the acidic medium. See what up? K2Cr2O7 acidification, initially H2O2, now I took the salt called as a what? KCl is the salt. But it gives rise to a vapor called as a reddish brown vapors. What it gives, beta? Reddish brown vapors. So these reddish brown vapors are called as a chromyl chloride. And do you know, sir, formula of chromyl chloride, beta? CrO2Cl2. This is called as a chromyl chloride, CrO2Cl2. But this chromyl chloride, you know, it is an identification test. Sir, it is the identification test for the presence of, listen here, for the presence of chloride ion in alkali metal salt. But I wrote here alkali metal salt. I repeat again, beta. This chromyl chloride test, if you are unable to see, once again I will write on other side. Chromyl chloride test, see how dichromate with the salt acidification, it gives reddish brown vapors. Reddish brown vapors what as a chromyl chloride, that is CrO2Cl2. Means what is this CrO2Cl2, beta? You should say, sir, it is the identification test for the presence of chloride ion. Check beta, chloride ion. Presence of chloride ion in alkali metal salt. Means this metal salt should be what, beta? Only alkali metal salt should be there, not other than that. But once the question they ask, what is that? Which of the following, question I'll write. But which of the following does not give chromyl chloride test? First option PbCl2, second option HgCl2, third option AgCl, fourth option none of the above. But what is the answer, you will say, tell me. Here, beta, which of the following does not give chromyl chloride test? Because just now we saw chromyl chloride test. What is that? Ki beta, if in this acidification of or acidified dichromate mein we are adding the alkali metal salt, it gives reddish brown vapors. And reddish brown vapors is nothing but the identification test of presence of chloride ion in the alkali metal salt. Beta, is it a alkali metal salt? No, sir. Is it a alkali metal salt? Alkali metal chloride? No, sir. Alkali metal chloride? No, sir. Answer should be what? None of the above can be raised to chromyl chloride test. Is it clear, beta? Right. Now, beta, in this chemical properties mein, what we saw in this dichromate ion mein, we saw कि first one, it acts as a strong oxidizing agent, right? Second one, we saw beta, it oxidizes the following. Third one, we saw its preparation. Fourth one, we saw its structures. And last one, we saw its chemical properties, right? Take a screenshot of this one. So in this way, beta, we completed the first part. That one is in DNF mein, the compound of the D block mein, that is the potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7. But in our next video, we'll try to do the KMnO4. KMnO4 means there also we'll see what is that, what are the method of the preparation of the potassium permanganate and whether it acts as oxidizing or reducing agent. Obviously, everybody know that KMnO4 also acts as an oxidizing agent and it oxidizes the following in the acidic medium, basic medium, even in the neutral medium. That all the part we are going to see in our next video, right? Thank you beta, thank you very much. Have a great day, take care, bye.